Hey, what's up YouTube? I appreciate you coming back and checking out this video. Real quick though, would you do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, and you're going to get something out of this for subscribing. Well, you're going to get more videos from me. We're giving away some audio interfaces, keyboard, and that kind of stuff once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So let's speed this process up. I want to give that stuff away. I literally bought it. I detailed it in the last video. You can check that out in the description below. But this video, let's get into it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to talk about this today. I'm going to give you my thoughts, maybe a little bit of demonstration on the screen, kind of what it does. A solid state logic SSL UC1. It's basically, real quick, it's a control surface for SSL plugins. So this will give you that console feel, at least that's how it's marketed. I'll go into my thoughts on it in a second, but basically it's designed to give you buttons and knobs to actually turn to control your plugins, with the idea being you put the plugins on all of your channels across your mix and you get perspective of mixing on an analog console, or the feel / sound. And I would definitely agree with that. I've mixed on large format analog consoles in the past, but I can honestly say that these knobs feel very reminiscent of quite a few large format analog consoles that I've mixed with. They're not too stiff and they're not too loose as far as like the drag on each knob. They're endless encoders, so there's no like stopping. When you're switching from plug-in on channel to channel, it doesn't matter. It just shows you with the lights, and we'll demonstrate that in a second with how it functions. And you have obviously the digital side of things of controlling the channels with here and your bus channels as well as pulling up their own custom mixing console for their software with a single button, which is pretty sweet as well. So it allows you kind of like a console in a console, which kind of sounds weird at first, but after having it up and using it, it actually made a lot of sense and was quite intuitive and easy to use. It features a nice VU meter that actually functions well with bus compressors. So you can have it on, say a drum bus and a vocal bus or your main bus. It looks nice, functions great. You have your bus controls here, your EQ along this side, compressor, expander, gate on this side, some sidechain listening, some phase flipping, just different navigation and functions as far as like soloing and muting channels, things of that nature. So let's get into a little bit of demo on this and go from there. Okay, so this is kind of like my workflow with it a little bit. I have the SSL channel strip on every single channel in a mix. If you've been watching my channel, there's a studio session actually recording this track, but I'm going to demonstrate kind of how it works. So here's the Studio Live 32S, which is nice because I can pull up plugins right from the console. So if I hit the SSL, it pops up the channel strip right here, as you can see. And this is a direct correlation to the actual hardware over here. So anything you move here will move on the software, and I guess it would be vice versa as well. If you watch that light there, you can see it moving right there. So it's a complete integration between the two, the hardware and the software. I use this for primary EQing coming in. So all my channels are here. As I switch channels on the board, it'll switch. If you look here, as I switch channels, you can see the lights moving around in different settings to different channels. If I hit this button right here, this 360 button, this is their custom, SSL's custom 360 software. SSL 360 is what it's called. You see, I have this mixing console for the SSL. So it also shows all the same basic information as the channel strip showed in a traditional way. You can also come over here and zoom in and see these things in detail as well, which is nice. You also see the output gain on the console as well here. So you have basically this going into whatever DAW software you're using. In my case, I'm using Studio One. You can see any of the bus compressors that I have set up here. It will show on the screen, whatever they are, as well as the settings for them, etc. So if I switch these, you can see the controls for those change, right? So if I push play,
I'm digging the vibe, but that's whenever I'm touching them guts. I get it out that I've been known to be up in the slut. So why would I lie and say you know that it's not?
and kind of in conclusion, it gives you a nice hardware feel for your existing software at the price point. I believe this is around $800 if I remember correctly. It may not be for everybody, but if you're a person that definitely likes using actual physical hardware as well as digital, I feel like this marries the two with a high quality product from SSL. And honestly, you can't really go wrong with much SSL stuff. SSL makes high quality professional audio gear. I would recommend it to anybody who does professional mixing inside or outside the box, especially if they want an outside the box feel but still want to stay digital. I give it a thumbs up. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you coming checking out the channel again. Make sure you subscribe. Again, we're doing the giveaway, giving away some audio interfaces, keyboard, and more giveaways. I plan doing plenty of them. We have to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll be more than happy to start sending stuff out. So let's do that. Make sure you hit subscribe, comment, like, tell me what you thought of this, if you're getting one, if you have one, whatever. Let me know. I'd appreciate it down below. Peace.